Mita, we're back. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing the aforementioned secret endings of the game. I mentioned it at the end of the series. I wanted to do this. I've been meaning to do this, but I just kind of got caught up doing some other things over the holidays, and there's been some people on my channel who have been requesting me do this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm excited to do it. So yeah, just like that person who's been requesting this game, if you have any games you want to request as well, obviously comment those and I'll look at them and think about doing those. But yeah, first we're gonna look at the safe ending. So we're gonna go back real quick to in the basement. I don't know if you guys remember, but when we finished the game, there was two things that we found out about everything, and one of them was that we're in a cartridge right now, and that also we had to wait till the end of the game before it was done. Also learned the code to this, which was 4970, and so when you open this up, you find out that this is where Mita has been keeping our cartridge, and you can see as our camera moves, it moves. Just kind of like with the other cartridge that we had saw earlier, where that one guy we were watching through his eyes. Basically, this cartridge is watching through our eyes. Another thing you see is this right here, which is her like stopwatch looking thing. It's got a percentage on it. At the end of the game, it was 100%. Right now, it is at 17%. And we'll come back to this later, but first I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what happens when we mess with the cartridge. So we had theorized earlier, if we mess with the cartridge, we'll die. Well, this is what proves it to us. Our character pulls out his cartridge and dies. So yeah, that's one way you can die in this game. But the interesting thing is, we're gonna go back to later in the game. This is like way later in the game. We're almost done with the game, basically. You know, Kai Mita's gonna come in and get us real quick. Okay, so she opens up the cage, or opens up the basement for us, which is great. So we're gonna go back over here. We're gonna do the same thing we did last time. I'm gonna type in the numbers 4970, open it up, and what you're gonna notice is it's pretty much the same, except for right here, it's at 98% now. And so my running theory in my brain right now is this percentage needs to be to 100 before I am fully in this cartridge. The reason why Crazy Mita isn't actually trying to kill you before the end of the game is because that wouldn't get me in the cartridge. What would get me in the cartridge is progressing. I guess maybe it's time, or maybe there's a series of events I have to get through before I can be put into this cartridge. This thing is going up as the game goes on, and that's the reason why I think that Crazy Mita isn't able to kill you. You know, you can't really be put into this cartridge until it's at 100%. That's my theory, at least. But nevertheless, same thing happens. You're gonna go over here, grab it again, and die. Which, I mean, I think it's not a bad ending, and I think it was important that they added this ending, just because I think that was probably one of my thoughts when I was playing the game, was if I was being put in a cartridge, just like the other players, where was mine? And I think this was a good thing for the developers to put in, so that it proved two things. One, that you were being put in a cartridge the whole time, so it wasn't just like at the end it happened. Two, that you would die if you took out the cartridge. This was kind of like their way of showing, like, that wouldn't have solved anything. You couldn't just go find it and save yourself. So the next ending I want to work on is the stay with Mita ending, and that requires a few conditions to be met, but one of the most important ones was that we finish the full game first. We've done that now, that's great, but the next thing we have to do is start a new game. I'm gonna try to get through it as fast as possible, but there are a few prerequisites that we have to make as we go, and so I'll try to show you as we're going what they are. I'm not gonna bother showing you right now. Starting the game over again. Ooh, it's got chocolate next to it now. The new room is all different because oh dude, look at me. Oh, that's funny. There's a secret that you can get in this game by looking at this mirror long enough. So let's look at it real quick. There it is. So yeah, you see that? That was like this little like entity thing. We don't know what it was. I mean, it could have been anything, and the developers have told us nothing about what that is. So it could be a Mita, maybe it could be anything, and some people think that right there kind of proves the fact that maybe we were never in like the real world to begin with. Maybe we've always been in this game. I'm excited to see where the developers take this from here on, and maybe they'll add some new things. I just want to see where I'm more interested in the story more than anything. But yeah, all right, so we just launched the app. We gotta basically make it to the oven. I don't remember when I played the game, there was a spot where there was an oven. She told you not to look inside of it. And that's basically what I did, because knowing me, I've got the intrusive thoughts, and the intrusive thoughts did win. We have to get back to the oven, basically. This feels like such a long time ago that I did this. Like, I forgot about all of this stuff. This is where you don't want to look into the oven. So she tells you, she prompts you not to do it, and my dumbass did it anyway. So you gotta look other places, you get some money. I don't know if that's gonna ruin the run. I hope not. You just can't look in the oven. So we'll look at everything but the oven. But the hairbrush is right here. And then I think this is the day where this is where she brings you into the game. All right, so we're in the game now. You can see they've done some Christmas changing to the game, which is awesome. I think it's so cool. Let us put these down. All right, let's hop in. It goes wrong. All right, so this is where the next most important thing that we have to do is, so first we got to restart the power. After we do that, we're gonna come back and we're gonna realize we need to get the batteries. Batteries in here. All right, we're gonna take this battery. She's actually down there at the end. You can kind of see her, and I didn't notice that the last time until after I was in recording. Like, you can see her right there. You saw her like duck back in. I think that's fun. There's her hand again. Hello. You grab this here. You go back in here and grab this, and then you see the flies. I'm gonna lead you back in here. And this is where the next most important thing you have to do is you grab this, and then the letters are gonna fall. And I forgot to do this last time, but you can actually pick them back up. Put them right back on the wall. And that is actually like one of the prerequisites to getting this next ending, is you have to do that. So something really cool about this AI that I actually found out about is this is where she'll like spook you. And so if you look over here and then look back this way, she's actually right behind me right now. And then I'm gonna turn back around and she's there. But she actually stands behind you until you look back around. I think it's pretty cool. The next things that we gotta do is go to the kitchen and go ahead and progress the story. So this is where it happens. So we're gonna go over to the kitchen, or not the kitchen, the bathroom again. And basically, instead of looking in the vent, we're gonna ignore it. And we're gonna walk away from the vent, not look at it. Because if we do, we can't get the ending. This is also important. We do have to take the sauce. So we're going to take the sauce and we're gonna eat it. So like, I think it's really interesting that this happens in the game, because I would want to know, like, what does this lead? How does this lead to us becoming a cartridge? And so some people think that the sauce is part of it. I have a small theory in my head that maybe this pill that she gives us right here is actually like maybe the start of us becoming a cartridge. But I don't know. It could be anything, honestly. The developers haven't told us too much about this game. I think there's a lot of like theories online about it, but one of the things I'd be interested in seeing is just like, where does the process start, or like at least understanding the process, like how does she do this? Because it could be literally anything. Like any of the actions we've taken in the beginning, she's gonna give us an option to just go straight to the card game or play some console games. So we gotta play a little bit of console games with her, which we did do last time. So we played the milk game last time. I'm gonna play this other one because I haven't played it yet. Let's see. And we've essentially done everything we need to do now to get this to work. So all we've got to do is just get the cutscene to happen. So we'll go ahead and flash forward real quick to the cutscene. Okay, so we're here. All right, so we're gonna go over here and check real quick. Sorry, Mita, same thing, but we're not gonna go in, I promise. So we're gonna try to open it. Just gonna shut it. All right, so as you can see, we've done all of the requirements. We did the don't look in the oven, get the magnets back, avoid all that stuff. So we can actually choose to stay now, which we're going to do. So E. I get it. Huh, what? You're serious? I thought you were going. So she thought we were gonna go ahead and do it. And she's happy. I'm a little confused, but please stay with me, always and forever. Now we're in the 2D version of the game. It's crazy. This is our guy walking around. What I think is interesting about this part of the world is we saw later in the basement that the chibis, the little like small things that we're seeing right now that are on screen, it's actually like a recording of a little spot. And so I guess maybe she's able to turn us into one, or I don't know how it works, but basically this is like a recording. But we're gonna go over here, sit down. And I think we get stuck in the game forever, basically. peaceful mode now available. Didn't know that existed. Alright, well, that's it for the Miside playthrough. Well, we went through the secret endings, and thank you for the suggestion again to go through and do these 2 secret endings. There's still a few achievements that I still need to get in this game, so if you want to see a 100% playthrough, I could do that too. But other than that, yeah, it was a fun playing this game. It was a blast. It's been very, very healthy for my channel. This game alone has single-handedly taken my channel from 20 subscribers to now at 61. I mean, there's been other games that I've played that have gained me traction, but this game has gotten me the most. Like I said, it was awesome to play. If any more suggestions, let me know. And other than that, hopefully you like this video. And if you enjoyed it enough, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you in the next.